welcome back everyone to this episode of After Capture here. This is a series where I just post-process recent photos I took on my location shoots. And today I have this Osage orange tunnel image that I shot in early morning fog that I think looks really, really nice. It's a nice kind of cropped in kind of feel image. I took it at actually about 150 millimeters in f5.6 and ISO 800. And it just made this really kind of just pulls you in and grips you into the scene, and all the different tree branches are just overhanging, and then the fog that just kind of peers out in the the distant background there. So I'm just going to edit this photo on Skylum Luminar here, and yeah, we'll just get started here. So for my filters and my workspaces, at least on Luminar they call them filters, I have the raw develop. That's pretty much the most basic and common one that people would use in this case. So I'm going to adjust for clarity a little bit, but not too much, because I definitely want to keep that kind of allure and mystery of the fog in the background there. And as you can tell from the top, I might as well say that now, the histogram is a nice even mound. There's no clipping at all on the left or right side, and it's pretty much centered, so it's a nice even exposure. You don't always have to expose to the right. I know a lot of professional photographers would say that. I try to whenever I can, when it doesn't blow out the highlights and risk that. But this one works just well in this case, and yeah, I shot this handheld as well. So I was actually on a meetup with a local photography club in my area, and we're here at Sugar Creek Metro Park photographing this video, or this photo rather. I didn't shoot any video for it. And yeah, so we're checking out, because we were checking out the local lake that was nearby, and we didn't see any birds, not really of any sorts, no ducks or anything, unfortunately, just because that really heavy dense fog. I feel like it makes zero visibility, or very, very low visibility, and we couldn't see any ducks nor hear them or anything else like an eagle or something, or an osprey of any sorts, any kind of flying bird to this lake. So it's actually connected nearby to this metro park where I took this image. So we all kind of just went on a short little hike up there, and made the most of the fog, I think, and made some pretty cool images like this. These Osage orange trees are actually were used way back in the day as a natural kind of fence row. They keep out just anything, livestock or just people, kind of border on houses even, or farmsteads. So it's pretty interesting to see these trees, how they're naturally formed to bend and kind of curve over like this. I just think it looks really nice. And this is actually probably one of the most popular spots in the Metro Park, if I'm being honest. It seems like there's always people here. Like when me and the group got here, there's quite a few people already walking pretty early in the morning, like about 8 or so in the morning. We're already walking up and down this pretty long stretch of tunnel here, but this image really doesn't show off the distance as much, because it doesn't show the ground level. Because if you look from the area where I was standing back here, and you look straight across, you can see a bench all the way on the other side. And I took a few images of including the bench as well with my camera more lowered down, but I find that this one in particular just removes that element. You could say it distracts from it or not. In this case, I was kind of thinking it did, just a little bit here, so I deliberately chose to edit this image instead of the one with the bench here. Alright, so back to the image here. I feel like I talked enough about that. I'm going to crop here, because I noticed in the moment, because I feel like I work the best at creating images for the most part when I'm on my own, just so that way I can solely focus on the task at hand. But in this case, because I was just at the meetup, I was halfway talking to people and all that, maybe just got distracted. Really wasn't thinking too hard about making an amazing image, just kind of enjoying the day out and meeting and networking with new people. So I think that kind of risked the problem of the sides here. I got these out of focus tree trunks, and then on the left side, or on the right side rather, and on the left side I got this overhanging, just kind of jutting out of the side of the frame of an out of focus tree branch there. And I really find those to be distractions. Foreground blur can work in a lot of cases. Like I've done several bird photos or portraits of them, and it can work out. It can look very effective, but in this case, I just can't not see it. You know, it's just right there, and it's just a total distraction. So I'm gonna see what kind of crop we can choose here. I might just do a 1-to-1 square crop, since I enjoy those so much. So maybe I will do that. I'm not sure yet, but yeah. Just kind of flipping through all of them. These are the vertical ones, so I doubt I'm gonna use these, nor do they matter. Yeah, square crop might be the best. It's a tough choice, honestly. Or something. The problem is that then it kind of runs the risk of losing. You know, you crop out too much details, and then that becomes a problem. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Square crop might be the best, honestly. Yeah, because it gets rid of the left side problem, and then the right side I can just, because that's a straight line up and down, and it's just right on the edge of the right side there. So I think I'm gonna do that one actually. Yeah. It's like where to put it is a question. Yeah. Let's try something different here. Let's try. Yeah, that's not too bad, because then it puts a lot of emphasis on this. It kind of changes the whole dynamic of the image, really, because then it puts all the emphasis on this this moss-covered tree trunk. Yeah, I like that actually. Let me pump out some of the color and contrast here. Maybe saturate the colors a little bit more. I feel like that. Whoops. I feel like that would bring out more. Yeah, see the difference? What we started with and that? Huh. I'm actually going to try it. This is an effect that I don't use too often, but it's called the Orton effect. And it softens and sharpens parts of the image at the same time. So I'm going to try it here. Ooh, yeah, there we go. That's kind of what I was thinking, actually. It might bring out more of that fog look to it. Because it's pretty heavy and dense, but even shooting in RAW files like I do, it still can be hard to kind of bring back that kind of the fog and really just show the density of it without editing it, like in this case. That actually looks very nice. It's very, dare I say, painterly, like I do a lot of my images, but it's definitely got like this allure to it, this really kind of dramatic feel to it. Yeah, I actually, I really like that. And you can, on here at least, on the Orton effect, you can adjust softness, brightness, contrast, and all that. But I think I'm going to keep it that, because I really like how that looks. And do accent AI filter. Just a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. You can really see the difference. It brings out the darker tones of those tree trunks, which I was really, hoping to kind of capture and edit on the computer here. Yeah, it's pretty good, but I don't want to overdo it. But I definitely like how it has that tree lines. It's pretty much split down the middle, honestly, with the way I've composed and cropped it here. Is that it's got all the trees on the left side, and then the right side has kind of the remnants of the overhanging tree branches and trunks. But then it also has in the bottom right corner has all the fog, and it's kind of framed. If you notice, it's framed visually. The fog, the really like foggy portion, that's framed by this kind of square right here, which I feel like that really works out well actually. So yeah, it's not bad actually. Kind of surprised. I don't know. I wasn't sure where to take it. I had some ideas, but I feel like that crop really just kind of threw a wrench in my plans and made something quite a bit different. So yeah, I think I'm going to finish it there, honestly. So as always, I catalog and sort my photos based on pretty basic titles, unless if they're like fine art photos, like my abstracts. So I'm just going to name this what the location specifically is. So it's the Osage Orange Tunnel obviously named after the trees. And then I do an acronym, OOT, that just helps to catalog it. And I think it's my sixth image, I want to say. Yep, and that worked. Awesome. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed kind of just delving into my kind of creative style and my creative process with editing this kind of image of a just kind of nature landscape. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down below, or any suggestions, or maybe a photo or subject you'd like to see me edit, at least in the nature realm of things. I'd be happy to oblige to that. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a good day.